Today I'm going to be playing as the nation of Iraq in Europa Universalis 4, a fairly major nation that can be released from the south of Karakuyunlu and that takes away a lot of its provinces. Iraq is one of the biggest releasables in the game, one that you always encounter when expanding in this region and maybe even release and reconquer their cores yourself, so that's why I've been looking forward to playing Iraq for a very long time, ladies and gentlemen. Playing as them, it shouldn't be too difficult to get ourselves free from Karakuyunlu since we're fairly large, and I think we won't even have a problem expanding later on into the Mamluks, into Ajam/Persia, the Timurids, or maybe even the Ottomans. Now, will that be the case, or am I just overhyping them because I've wanted to play as Iraq for so long? Well, I guess it's time to find out. So let's jump in as Karakuyunlu, and then as Iraq. Alright, here we are as Karakuyunlu, ladies and gentlemen, and obviously we didn't spin the wheel last time in the last episode of Releasables, but I just spun it 5 minutes ago to determine when, to determine which nation we're gonna play today. You're probably seeing footage of that right now as we speak, but either way, here we are as QQ man. Let's go ahead and right click on ourselves, go down here, and there is Iraq. We pop out with 8 different provinces, and I can say we're looking very, very juicy. Now, obviously, we could have released ourselves from Beatlis as well, but not really since they're a vassal. His and Kaifa is an OPM, so we got a couple of cores right here. Primary Culture, Mashriki, and yeah, man, I've been excited to play these guys for so long. Like I said in the intro, we're tribal. That's the thing, we're tribal, because we popped out of a tribal nation, Karakuyunlu. Okay, that is something I don't like. Let's take a look at Iraqi ideas, which they aren't unique. What the hell? They're just Arabian ones. They're not really that bad, but plus 15% manpower as a starter and minus 15% land attrition is good, actually. 1 land or shock as a finisher. In the meantime, trade steering, calf cost, and calf flanking ability, unrest, missionary strength, global trade power, land leader maneuver, and yearly prestige. Why the hell did I think these guys have good national ideas? I guess I just like them because I always release them and reconquer their cores. Either way, a month has ticked over. Let's go ahead and choose our tier 1 government reform. We definitely don't want to be a stateless society. We probably want to go tribal despotism here for the CCR. Let's go ahead and waste high income as always. We can do that. And our starting ruler is a 363, which isn't that bad. We should be making money. Yes, we are. So yeah, let me do the estate setup. But if we're tribal, how do we... well, I guess we're not a horde, are we? Alright, estate stuff done. Let's see, we are Sunni. That's great. That's actually a very good thing that we're Sunni. We can get supporters. Let's look for an improved relations guy. Sure, I'm actually going to start focusing on admin here immediately and actually even hire 3 advisors right at the start. We do have that half cost guy. Let's get that discipline guy as well. Force limit should be fairly large as well. It is 8, so let's start building up immediately. And yeah, we'll have no shortage of supporters here, man. Let's improve it like Ajam, the Mamluks, maybe even the Ottomans or the Timurids, something like that. A bunch of free merchants, yeah. By the way, yes, I do have a new camera. Thank you for noticing. I have finally acquired a 4K camera. Welcome to the year 2025, Red Hawk. Now, you guys might have noticed that it's maybe a little bit like this because it is 30 FPS. My last camera was 1080p 60 FPS. I can make this one 60 FPS as well, but I need to bring it down to 1080p. But I like it more in 4K. Do you guys even care? I don't know. All I know is I look even better now. So, you're welcome. Ooh, we got the move at Isfahan right at the start. That's actually not that good for us because I was hoping to get Ajam support. I guess we won't get Ajam support. Well, another thing I'm noticing here is that this 4K cam is actually pretty taxing because I use this software green screen behind me. It's not an actual green screen. And yeah, I guess it's pretty demanding to run a 4K cam like that. And OBS and... you know, EU4 and stuff like that. I'm dreading getting a new PC. They're so expensive. But I gotta get one for EU5, right, boys? QQ has declared its first war on Mushasha, interestingly enough. They're allied to Mazandran. This doesn't really impact my game, does it? Mamluks are just going crazy. I can never catch them, between a war to get their support. They are supporting me. I mean, they will want to support me, but I just need to get them when they're at peace. In other news, Ajam got fricked up. And now the Ottomans are here fighting the Timurids as well, supporting Khorasan. But everyone else is, like, loyal. Yeah, QQ expanded a bit down here. Not full annexing Mushasha, obviously. By the way, do you guys know why the AI does this? For example, QQ just took these provinces, right? And why does Poland always take only these 3 from Wallachia? It's because the AI really, really doesn't want to take provinces that it has to wait to core the first provinces to then core the second ones, right? That's why they do stupid peace deals like that, you know? That's why even if Hungary fights Wallachia, they'll take like this probably, you know? Or something like that. QQ has declared on Ardabil. Well, my truce is up. Just got the Mamluks and a Jam to help me. I'm actually going to take out a couple of more loans right here since we are going to be making a lot of money later. Pull out the free company as well. Let's give our ruler mill command just for this initial war. And let's just go in immediately, boys. There we go. Independence. Mamluks and a Jam are helping me. This is going to be easy. I'm planning to take as much as I can and not to give anything to the Mamluks and a Jam. Simple, really. Another mission while we're in this war. It's going fairly easily, obviously. Hey, just got a core on this. Nice. Okay, well, the war is obviously done, folks. So let's go ahead and get independence right here. And then, yeah, this has been occupied by some other guys, so we don't want to give them that. Let's take this right here. And then let's get our core back in Beatles. Another core right here. Yeah, I'm really just taking everything here, boys. There we go. So that is going to be the peace deal, taking Tabriz as well, a very nice province. And yeah, there we go. Independence, we're done. We're looking fairly large. We can, don't need to reduce that. I stabbed up manually all 3 times, by the way, coring everything up. Another mission, we've expanded Iraq. Let's go ahead and set some rivals, which are going to be QQ. And let's not do AQ just yet. We'll see where we stand with that. But yeah, now I'm just going to anticipate these guys breaking the alliance with me. AQ is allied to the Ottomans, so we're not going that way. Truce with Mushasha, so we can't go this way. I actually can't fight anyone here. You know, I'm trying to set up my green screen again so the game runs better for me, so I can get this video done faster. So I gotta move my vacuum. I gotta move a mirror. I gotta move vacuum parts. I had to get that green screen out of there. Almost sprained my back. Like, you know, I thought the days of having an actual green screen were long gone. I was like, finally, we have the technology, and new creators don't gonna spend $200 on a green screen. But no, apparently not. Apparently, you need a new PC or not a 4K cam. All right, took a minute to set that up, but there we go. Now with the actual green screen that I can touch behind me, the game does run way better. So, you know, it's just compromise. That's what it's all about. All right, still coring some stuff, full stated some stuff. Mamluks broke the alliance, obviously, but just got new burger loans, so we can actually even start putting down buildings immediately, boys. That's what I love, man. I love getting the economy up and running immediately, you know? Oh, look, Georgia can potentially take stuff up to here, which means I might border them. And look, lowered autonomy, and we're actually making money, of course, with army maintenance and forts down, but still, not bad at all. By the way, allied the Great Horde and Sind, and the only reason I've kept my alliance with the Jam is because they were involved in other wars, and I managed to get the trust up a little bit. I think we'll keep them. Let's rival Akuyunlu, why not? And the Mamluks apparently don't hate me. Okay. I want to be re-allied with them. Obviously, if the Ottomans declare on them, we'll decline, boys, but defensively, we're good. Alright, so while we're chilling, I have gotten up to Tech 4 in every category, which means we can develop the Renaissance. Baghdad is one of the best provinces in the world to develop institutions in. We just need to get it up to level 2 center of trade first, which I am going to spend the money on that. Let's go ahead and do that. So down to 40. We can encourage development down to 35, expand infrastructure down to 27, and it's at 15 dev, and we haven't even started clicking, ladies and gentlemen. Loaded on Diplo points, which is excellent for developing cloth right here. So yeah, let's just push it, man. And there it is. Did use up all my mill and admin points, but still, worth it. Oh my god, there it is, dude. We do border Georgia. Not where I expected, but we do border them, and we actually already have claims on this from a mission in Georgia. Only allied to Trebizond. Their forts will be annoying as hell. They got, let's see what they got. Level 2, level 1, then in their vassal Samsky level 3, and level 3 in Trebizond. If we hit them like this, we do outnumber them. Great Horde would actually help, and they can't even take any land. This is exactly what we're doing. All right, let's gear up. Like this, I was gonna say we're gonna border the Ottomans, but it actually doesn't matter. All right, I'm going in immediately because other people might declare as well. So far, boys, I gotta say, it's looking like it's gonna be a very smooth and short campaign, man. Obviously, you know, we're gonna run out of where to expand sooner or later, but we're not doing that bad. Look, already at 167 dev. Yeah, it is as fun as I thought it'd be, man. Even with just generic Arabian ideas, it is still super fun. Highly recommend Iraq. Tier 2 good reform time while we're in this war. Obviously, we're gonna go martial society for even more manpower. Once again, a cam question. Tweaked some settings. Does it look even better now than it did at the start of the video? Let me know, boys. Let me know. Apparently, my ruler died, but I never even noticed it. I just saw we're at, like, -1 stab right now. Okay, war is officially done. There are some very nice provinces that we can take here. Yerevan, Tbilisi, this one right here, you know, the centers of trade and stuff like that. Even though, actually, it probably doesn't matter that much for Crimea. But, yeah, I'll be taking the most I can once again, boys. That's like, do I just surround Georgia like this? Oh, that is so much aggressive expansion. They are the only, like, Orthodox guys we're fighting, but this is, like, too much. Let's not take this one or this one. And like that, nobody else borders them. It's still quite a lot, but yeah, I think it's worth it. Okay, let's take their money too. And that's another war done, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, alliance is good. The only thing we're sort of lacking on is admin points right here. Not gonna stab up. I'm just gonna wait for an event, or when we finish coring them, I'm gonna stab up. But yeah, right now, still pretty stable. Truce with QQ expires. That's not me, that's Hejaz. In 5 years. They gotta be next. All right, excellent. I also hired 2 of these guys, so now we're going for radical reforms as well, and actually the air is really good. I'm gonna want to get rid of this guy as fast as possible when it's possible, you know? So in like 15 years, I'll make him a general and stuff like that. So Mushasha has done a little comeback here, man. No allies. They've taken down Hassa. They've expanded down here, and now they're going in on QQ to reconquer their cores. I'm assuming Mushasha is going to take all of these provinces here, which means the only 2 QQ provinces that'll be left for me are these 2, and that'll be 1 goal accomplished. I mean, even if we don't get to them, even if someone else does first. So Karabakh is independent over here. We can fight them. Shirvan obviously always has good allies. Circassia, I like the Muscovy, so we can't do them. I guess Georgia and Samsky again once the truce is up. Mushasha down here too. Little OPM Hassa, Hormuz with no allies. Yeah, now a lot of opportunities have opened up. Timurid vassals, by the way, they're fighting them again. Now Transoxiana is doing the independence war, along with everyone else, after they already lost to Afghanistan. Yeah, okay, that's another thing that's happening. Okay, so Mushasha didn't take everything down here, so there's only 3 QQ provinces left. No allies. In 3 years, we hit them. Religious unity is kind of messed up as well. I think for the sake of being chill, I am gonna give the Dhimmi guaranteed Dhimmi autonomy. So at least we don't get penalties from the Coptic and Orthodox ones. I just got 10k Armenian separatists in Yerevan, but they moved off before I can fight them. This province is like for sure going to Armenia. They're gonna pop out of there. Or maybe not. It is a level 3 fort. Can these guys siege it if these guys move off to me? First idea group time. We definitely need to buff the army here, considering our ideas. I'm feeling, well, I was gonna say quality, but we're not really gonna be using boats. I guess offensive in that case. Aristo would actually be really good as well, with all the Cav stuff that we already got. Cav discount, Cav flanking ability, Cav combat ability. Do we go Cav Iraq? Why not? Why not? Let's frick around. John took 2 or 3 provinces from Mushasha. Oh, dude, I didn't even notice the truce is up. Okay, boys, let's go. Let's full annex our former overlord. Nice. Still sieging, but very nice. You know, influx of points, I should say. That's that war done, and officially, QQ no longer exists. Wonderful, man. We've replaced them, and we're even... Actually, I'd say we're about the same size, but we're already... well, I was gonna say on the GP list, but no, obviously we're not. We're pretty close to Burgundy, though. Pretty close to Burgundy. Yeah, let's core this up. Karabakh, I think we do next. It's only 1 province, but a 10 dev is 10 dev. Or Mushasha. They're guaranteed by Hormuz now, which does make it slightly annoying, but at least they can take, like, what's this, like, Bahrain right here, right? So, yeah, then go for Hassa. Then, once the truce is up, go back to Hormuz if we can. Bars over here, Ajam. Actually, Ajam wouldn't be that difficult to fight either, but let's save them for later. So, yeah, let's try and do Karabakh and then Mushasha. Dude, they just completely blew up the Timurids, man. Kerman, Isfahan, and Yazd are out. Interestingly, I've played all of them. I've played more nations than most people. I think you guys will agree. Maybe even the most. Honestly, yeah, maybe even the most. That's actually crazy to think. That I might be the person with the most played nations, and EU4's been out for like 12, 13 years now. Alright, let's go. It is a 10 dev province. And that's an unconditional, so we don't gotta wait to piece those guys out. Very nice. I was thinking we can release Syria from Morocco and ask for all of these cores back from the Mamluks, but These are all like so expensive that I'll only ever get like 2 or 3 back before these guys break the alliance, and I'd rather not, so frick it. Stating up some more stuff right now, and that obviously enables me to take a mission, conquer new states. Oh, permaclaim on every neighboring area. That's very nice. We actually got so much manpower to it. Look, 15% from this, right? Then I got another 15% from here. Then it's another 20% from here. It's like actually nutty. Yeah, increased levies, 9%, 6% from legalism. Very cool. But I do gotta say, man, this is like very nice and rapid expansion for just like, how long have we been playing? 26 years? Yeah, that's actually kind of nutty. No coalitions either. We're even at gov cap, dude. Let's give this to the Demi, maybe? Do we give out another one? We can afford to. There is it for the Emirs as well. Let's get some cultures accepted here. Just beating up some rebels right now before we go back into wars, boys. But yeah, that's what's up. Tier 3 gov reform time. Let's go with oh, need the religious unity bad. Yeah, I finally started converting a little bit. It's really slow and really expensive, but at least we're getting to something, you know? Alright, I've actually been fighting rebels for so long to where my truce with Georgia expired. So let's go finish them off, and then we'll go down to Mushasha. Still plenty of expansion opportunities, boys. Georgia, man, 10 dev, 10 dev, 11 dev. So that's 31 and 8, 39 dev just from these 3 provinces right here. We got claims on everything, so let's just go in for their capital. And I think they've destroyed the forts. No, not really. And that's a wrap on Georgia and their boy Samtske. Excellent. How are we looking right now, boys? 310? Okay, pretty close to some of these guys, so they're not running away too much. We're decently close to Austria and Castile, and then there's another level of, you know, France, Poland, and the Mamluks right there, and then it's the Ottomans, and then of course it's Ming. But yeah, actually, I'm very satisfied with that, man. Yeah, let's go ahead and take this right here. Let's start coring these provinces up, and we're pretty close to admin 7 as well, which means it'll be time for a second idea group. Meanwhile, the economy actually isn't developing as fast as I was hoping it'd be, man. I'm paying off old loans right here, so we're just down to burger loans now. Not making that much money. Let's be real here. Mainly it's this stupid-ass trade setup with Basra being our main node, man. All I can do is, like, collect in Persia, Basra, and Aleppo, but I guess it's kind of early for trade anyway. Yeah, I just need to be putting down more buildings. Second idea group time, man. I don't know. I'm kind of feeling Diplo for this one just because I really just need more diplomats. The policy with Aristo, sorry, is another diplomat and army tradition, which honestly isn't that good. In that case, let's just go economic, man. I really want to build up the economy just so we can run a massively bigger army here. Yo, no way. Dude, England got Burgundy, yo. England just got Burgundy. I mean, Burgundy chose England. Sure, they're 100% rebellious, but this is a really strong England. In fact, a really strong Scotland for some reason as well. They never expand that much into Ireland. England's always usually first. And then they got the 2 other guys as vassals? And this guy is a march? What the hell did Scotland do over in Ireland, man? Yeah, that goes hard. That goes hard, not gonna lie. But yeah, this is sort of an interesting game where you kind of want to keep playing it just to see what the other guys will do, but oh well. Hey, the Hormuzi guarantee over Mushasha is done. Let's go in. We'll get 2 centers of trade in Basra, which is dope. Ottomans just asked for access to fight Byzantium? Oh my god, it does still exist. Well, that was a super easy war right there, folks. Let's full annex these guys. There we go. Very nice, man. Yeah, expansion is looking good, boys. Let's core these provinces up. Right now, we're up to 336 dev, so almost on the GP list. Obviously, we got to keep expanding here. Now, let's look at our other chances, man. Shirvan, annoying alliances. Akuyunlu, obviously not possible. Circassia is still... Ooh! Okay, so, yeah. Let's use favors, make the Great Horde end the alliance with Circassia, and we hit them. If Muscovy isn't willing to join, I mean, hell yeah. Let's go up there immediately, dude. Okay, there it... Oh, it's not that, though. It's, frick, they're a tributary. I kind of don't want to end my alliance with the Great Horde just yet as the thing, so what about a jump? If we hit them direct, I can make them end that alliance. Then it's Shirvan, easily peace-outable, Hormuz, annoying-ish, and Kerman, which is not a big deal. Will anyone help? Damn, no one wants to help. Thind has a truce. Great Horde we can't do. This OPM Hassa, vassalize Yas or something like that. Actually, why not? All right, I'm actually going to abdicate with good old boy here. There we go. 555 guy in charge, baby. I swear, man, it's good fun and all that, but it's freaking rebel paradise over here, dude. At least we got money up now, though. That's good. I'm actually going to take out another loan right here just to fill out the cannons. 24-4, right? Yeah. You know, I should probably be building boats here if we do end up fighting Hormuz. I don't know if we will, but let's just put down a bunch of galleys over here. Everything that we can. Yeah, we don't got that much. Well, actually, money. Sailors we're good on. Another thing with using a green screen and not a software thingy is you get things like transparent Sprite, not a sponsor, and not being able to wear green t-shirts. Just noticed that the Mamluks have allied Hassa, but they're not willing to help, so I'm gonna go in right now and vassalize Yaz as well. I mean, this is fairly simple, isn't it? I accidentally declared on a Hormuz right here, but I don't think I'm gonna Alt F4 because it's actually not a bad idea to declare on Hormuz now because Ajam is busy with some of these other guys right here, so that we can easily piece them out, and then it's just Hormuz, right? Was I gonna do it? Maybe. Ajam wasn't bad for declaring on directly either, but let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? Why not? Can we get to their capital? No, we can't. Got a lot of accidental declarations, man. They used to be so common because, you know, I just did them, and I still do them. Don't get me wrong. It's because I hold down C a lot. The letter C on the keyboard. But since you guys, you know, I have failed a lot of campaigns due to those in the early days of A to Z, so you guys were like, stop, Hawk, please, just don't do it, or Alt F4, please. So I started Alt F4ing and not showing when I do accidentally do that, but you know, sometimes it works out. Alright, that Jom's out. Sustain discipline. Is there a horse one here? Yes, there is. More cavalry stuff. Okay, so this war is pretty much done. Kerman's out as well. Finally, white piece them. It was kind of annoying, mainly because I actually wasn't prepared for this war. No shoot. I mean, I declared it accidentally, but actually, no. Clear offer. Return this to Yaz. There we go. Then I'll take the rest. Slightly less aggressive expansion. I think it was 43. Like this, it's 42. Big whoop. But yeah, full annex on Hormuz. They got some good-ass provinces, man. Muscat here especially. Center of trade. Hormuz, center of trade. Yeah, dope. And Yaz has all of its cores back. Here's a little OPM Oman that we can spy on. Well, there's colonialism. I wonder if we can pull something now, or if we're gonna need to do more wars. Let's beat up these rebels, and then I'll see. This is always a pretty nice event as well. Let's at least go in on Oman here, since it's literally only one province and no allies. Yeah, easy. Meanwhile, though, I have started maxing out on points, man, and even though I'm not at admin 8 yet, I guess since colonialism is spawned, we should start deving for it. Now, ideally, we'd do it in, like, Tikrit or Wasit over here, but let's see, are they actually the cheapest provinces? Mosul is pretty cheap as well. It is Drylands, though. Does Drylands increase dev cost? Only 5%. And it is Cloth, 38, 41... It's already at 12 dev, though. Yeah, let's actually do Mosul right here. Let's do Mosul. Yeah, there it is. Instantly there. We're already good on Diplo and Mel, so I used all of those. Finally, relations with Yas have been improved, and we can annex them. So instead of getting, what's this, 7 plus 5, it's like 12 instead of getting 6 dev from them. We'll get 12. Hell yeah. It really is, Rebel paradise, this campaign, man. It really is. You know, one very positive thing I'll say about this campaign, or actually very lucky, I should say, is that aside from my original allies, Mamluks and Ajam, and then, of course, I get the Mamluks again, I've allied the Great Horde and Sindh and the Mamluks. I haven't been called into any offensive or defensive war. These have been very chill allies. The Mamluks did fight the Ottomans, but it's only because they were allied to Chandar. So when the Ottomans fought Chandar, they took this from the Mamluks as well. But all right, Tripoli exists. Big Aragon. What happened with... They actually inherited Burgundy. This is cool. And they give this back to Austria too. Scotland, still fairly powerful. And yeah, still dominating most of Ireland, man. Not a bad Scotland at all. Okay, so Yaz has been annexed, man. Let's see where we're at now. So taking a look at the GP list. Oh, Portugal is on there with 371. We're at 446, but our score is negative because we don't have a colonialism. If we embrace it, yeah, we'll just pop up above Portugal, man. We'll knock the Mamluks down because they'll have the lowest score. It's so simple, boys. It really is such a chill campaign, man. I knew it was going to be chill, but this chill? No way. Just another confirmation that QQ exists. Let's actually check colonialism here. Yeah, it's spread enough to where we can embrace it. Let's see. Honestly, it's not even worth waiting for these other ones, man. All we gotta do right here is take out new burger loans, actually. There we go. And with that, we actually have enough money to embrace it. Just going into here, embrace colonialism, boom. Let's wait for the month. And there we go, folks. We already accomplished one of our goals when we full annex Karakuyunlu, and there's another goal accomplished. We are on the great powers list with colonialism embraced, with someone with colonialism below us, and with only 448 dev in 1504, by the way. I still can't get over how quick our expansion actually was over here, even though we were expanding in such a tight position, man. But yeah, it's done. Like I said in the intro, man, a nation I've been looking forward to playing for quite a while, and honestly, it did live up to my expectations. I thought it would be super fun. It was. I thought breaking free from QQ was going to be easy. It was. Alliances weren't that difficult, and if you continue this run, man, we'll do some, another, small wars versus these guys down here, get into a jam. You can probably form various nations. Yeah, you should do Arabia as Iraq because you're Mashriki, Levantine culture, but there's a lot of other cool nations to form right here if you culture flip or something like that. Very nice. But yeah, there you go, man. Start off as Iraq and quite a lot of provinces. Interestingly, we did not get all of our cores back. We had one on his and Kaifa that we lost. Iraq actually loses all of its cores on non-Mashriki culture provinces later in the game or after 50 years, but I didn't even think about that. We could never do these guys because of the Ottomans, And yeah, overall it turned into a pretty nice game, man. We cav maxed a little bit. Economy is, decent, I should say. We are wasting a lot of money right here, but with economic almost done, man, it's gonna be up and booming in no time. And yeah, a pretty chill game. No weird stuff going on, no annoying stuff going on. I like this game quite a lot. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm very happy to say that this campaign as Iraq in Releasables has been a success. And that has been Iraq in Releasables. Once again, we're not spinning the wheel this time. I'm gonna spin it before next episode, so none of us know what's coming. But let me know in the comments below if you've made it this far in the video. What do you prefer? That I spin the wheel at the end of the video and then we all anticipate the next nation, or none of us know what we're playing next and I just spin it before I get the game running. But yeah, that's it for me for now. See you next time.